Hold on, I think we found the crystal.
I've done nothing wrong.
Shut up, Squirmy.
What's going on here? Who's that in the cage?
We caught a thief is all. Little Weasel's been stealing food from our cellar. Says he's Hugo, Harsh George's son. That's the headman of Rickville. Believe it or not, the boy begged me not to tell his father. We should tell George about this sneak. That man knows how to solve a problem.
If the headman is your father, why do you fear him so much?
Look, Dad found me a cushy job in the magistrate's office in the capital. But I shirked my duties, so they fired me. I was too afraid to return home. My father's awful strict. He beat me into a whole new shape. So I became a vagabond and ended up stealing food because I was so hungry.
What do you propose? That I set you free?
Give this medallion to my mama. Her name's Cora. She'll know what to do. Help me out and I'll give you something nice. You have my word.
We must summon my eagles.
Please, kind stranger, wait! We are travelers in trouble.
What's the trouble? Pray tell.
We were attacked there, at the old outpost. Those dastardly brigands took all we had. Teach them a lesson, will you? I'll stake my head there's only a few. A dozen at most. They'll likely scatter as soon as they lay eyes on you.
A dozen at most. They're not a man short of an army. This outpost is a tough nut to crack, my friends. I doubt you can take them single-handedly. You'll need my help.
You're blowing everything out of proportion, witch. Don't you listen to her. Sort out those robbers at the old outpost and you'll see how generous I am. With gold, in case I wasn't being plain. And aside from the reward, I'll sing your praises to whoever will listen. Everyone will know who came to my aid.
He's hastening you along because he's in a rush to get his possessions back. He's in a big hurry. I know a ritual to summon mighty eagles. Help me complete the rite, and I'll help you take the outpost without spilling too much blood.
Attack now! It's as simple as that.
We must summon my eagles.
What about summoning some midgets?
So that's where that crate full of...
I know that. I'll have you know I'm smart.
Is that the scryer? Here of all places?
Glad to meet you, friends. Have you been here long? Not a word of truth anywhere. Blasted pen pushers on every side. Maybe you could help me, eh?
What are you talking about?
I have traveled long roads and worn my boots thin to uncover the truth about the village of Parnac. And what do I find upon my arrival? The Chancery won't let me in. They call me a tramp. Yes, my ancestors used to live in the Albion Highlands. On the orders of the king of that time, they assisted in the construction of the fortress of Crucis. In recompense for these services, the king bequeathed us the lands in the vicinity of Marcella. We built the village of Parnac right under the hill upon which the Mage's Tower stands today.
What happened next?
My people lived happily there for many years, until a horrible pestilence struck. Our neighbors from Rickville envied us, you see, and hexed the village. I have no doubt it was their doing. We were forced to abandon Parnac, and many of us didn't survive the journey. But, unlike the others, I still hope to return. I've been searching for the truth hither and yon, but but have found nothing yet. They gave me a device at the Mage Factory. It looks like a child's rattle box. I'm supposed to walk around the hexed places with it, but I'm terrified of going back there. If only some adventurer could help me. What about you? I'll pay, of course. I'll be in the tavern just a few steps from the Mage's Tower. Take the device, please.
Hello.
Glad to meet you, friends. Have you been here long?
That's not important right now. Have a look around.
What's this? Some kind of black sorcery?
If only it was sorcery. Magic uses mana, the elements. This, however, this is the void, the blight. Our world is thinning.
Hold up a tick. You brought me here. Why? What do you want me to do?
I will open the entrance. The souls of ancient warriors are already doing battle against the void. You shall lead them.
You want me to fight against the Blight? But how?
The great warriors of the past are still alive in the memory of the world. They left a great mark in its history. I can summon them in the astral plane, and you will give them life and lead them into battle.
The great warriors of the past? Who exactly?
The subterranean king, Dimir. He's mobilizing dwarven regiments against the Blight in another dimension. Once he moved to the south of Nostria, and now he protects the kingdom. Go and you will see. Victory is yours. The Blight takes a step back.
It seemed to me that someone else was fighting. But it was me.
The heroes of the past are alive in the people's memory, which means they are also alive in the astral world. Their power will help you more than once. We cured one of the boils here, but the others must be removed as well, to give this world a chance.
It's not so easy. I should think a bit harder. Nothing here.
Get
Blight is here as well.
It devours Nostria. But we will buy some time. After all, we will have allies.
Whom do you summon now?
Neither light nor darkness dwell in the Blight. Therefore, even the kings of the dead come to fight against the devouring void. Morane is a witch of the Serpentines, who became an immortal lich. Go and fight.
It would be prudent to get this done as quickly as possible and get out of here. The rattle boxes are rattling. It must have detected something. I wonder if this weird rod is connected to the oncoming blight. It seems Bernard was right. There is definitely something awry here.
only a handful of these artifacts in the world.
What did you say it's made of?
Can't you see?
You have no idea what we've been through. No.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat.
Freshest bread in town. Don't be shy. Eat to your heart's content, friends. Come over here, Norman.
Hey! Why did he get such a big piece? I want some!
They're at it again. Calm down. Do you want them to keep treating us like pigs? We're still human beings. No one's taken that from us yet. Got it?
I never ever forgive myself.
You see Mercia have...
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm acting foolish. Everyone's grief-stricken, but I can't.
What happened to you?
Same as everyone else. Was born in the mage factory. We used broken golems as toys and played hide-and-seek in the mine shafts. My mother used to read me miners' tales at bedtime. And I lost her book.
At the mage factory?
No. I definitely had it with me for most of the journey. I must have dropped it somewhere nearby. So worried my mother's tales will be lost forever while I wait to regain my strength here.
You see Mercia hanging out there? I can wait. I ate a whole bowl of soup last time. There's even a cabbage stalk left.
Refugees. It's like I'm fighting in a war again.
Oh!
Did you come from the capital? Finally, they've thought of us. Creator be praised. Have you brought food?
I don't have food at the moment, no. Are you in charge here?
I'm Norman, a worker from the foundry. I'm in charge here, after a fashion.
Prince Adrian sent me. He'd like to know what happened at the mage factory. You were there, weren't you?
What's this? Another interrogation? I'm not telling you anything. If you refuse to listen to me, you can go to hell.
I don't know who you talked to before, but tell me what you know, and I'll be on my way.
Forget it. Look at us. Just yesterday, the people I brought here were the Mage Factory's finest artisans. And now everyone's avoiding them like a contagious disease. They've been left to starve outside the city walls. There's an official decree against letting them in. There's no way to get through to you, is there, you bastards? And since we're getting nothing from you except beatings, you'll get nothing from us either.
Surely we can come to some kind of arrangement. What is it you want?
Listen, I am not a proud man, but I am troubled by this rank injustice. Help our camp. Please, talk to Mercia over there. She knows what to do, but she's having a hard time handling it all on her own. Help my people, and I'll help you. I'll tell you all I know.
Won't you help us?
What is it, Goof? Didn't you get any bread? Yes? How can I help?
Your guests refuse to speak to me unless I help feed the camp. Norman told me you have an idea how that can be done.
My brother has a farm over in Rickville. His name's Garrick. He's a proper farmer, hardworking and thrifty. He could help us. I can't make the journey on my own. I'm afraid to travel on the highway. There are bandits everywhere, both around here and over at the old outpost. I can see that murderous brigands don't frighten you. Give a message to my brother. That's all I ask.
It's a long journey. But when I'm next in Rickville, I surely will.
Wait. Why go so far out of your way? I have a better idea.
Tell me. It might prove useful.
On the journey here, we came to an understanding with a well-respected countryman. His name is Bludgeon. He promised to get us food some days ago. But Bludgeon has yet to send anything, despite living right at the bottom of the hill. If you could have a word with him and find out what's taking so long, I'll reward you. I'll find something, I promise.
What does that mean, Goof? Do you know who he is, at least?
Sure I do. He's a very respectable...
Sit here and I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day.
Nothing here.
Greetings, wanderer.
Greetings to you too, my good man. Do you know what this
The bandits have gotten way too cocky. Nothing here. A treasure without an owner, which probably means a trap. If I'm going to risk it, I need to find a way to unlock this. There's a lantern over there. I wonder why. The stones are vibrating. Something's shifting in the ruins.
My amulet. Give it to me.
So you're the monster from the ruins, huh? I was expecting a savage ghoul. Looks like that's not happening.
I never got to grow up. Kidnapper took my brother and me. Took us away and robbed and killed us. I drove him away and hid the amulet. Now give it back!
I'm not going to give it back just yet either.
A robber. The big man. He grabbed us. Killed my brother and me. Don't believe me? Find him yourself. Ask around and see what you find. Give my amulet back. It was my mother's and it's mine now. It's so cold here. Cannot leave.
a handful of these artifacts in the world.
What did you say it's made of?
Wow, you're back already. I knew I found the right person to treasure hunt with. You did it! I was right to believe in you. I'll take the amulet. Don't worry, I'll find the buyer soon enough.
Where's the money?
Here's your down payment. The rest will soon follow.
How soon?
Very soon. As soon as I get in contact with the buyer. It's someone very, very powerful and affluent, with connections to the king himself. Imagine that. People like that don't lie. Get me? Don't worry, I'll have the money soon.
I'm considering breaking your arm. But fine. I suppose I can wait a little longer.
Treasure hunters don't double-cross each other. You know that.
There are only a handful of these
The ruffian
artifacts in
tricked
the
me.
world.
What did you say
I
it's
won't be
made of?
seeing any of that money.
Can't you see?
It's ridiculous how this all turned out. I don't think I'll be seeing any more money.
All right, all right. But I don't feel
People
good
in the
about
lower
this.
town are uneasy.
Where did you find it?
Yeah, along the road, as I said.
You said you found it in a barrel. Let me take another.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf.
can tread on it. Where I haven't any shoes.
I'm tired of standing here in the blazing sun. Can we at least leave the bridge and find some shade?
Impressive den you got.
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlena?
Ha! I thought Bonnie was a cutthroat.
Bonnie trying to...
Check your pockets, klutz.
Where do we go next? Damned if I know.
I've heard you're a marksman among marksmen.
So?
I got a job for you.
Yeah? Want me to knock someone off?
That too.
One month from now, a city official will be riding out of Gloucester. He'll have some tax papers with him. Snuff the official, burn the papers.
Who's the client?
Bludgeon. That's all you need to know.
What's the pay?
I assume you're the one they call Bludgeon.
You know me, eh? Well, I know you too. 6 months ago, you were the talk of Marcella. What are you doing here?
It's about the Mage Factory refugees. You promised them help, did you not?
Out of respect for the inmates of Crucis's celebrated prison. I'll tell you what the matter is with those refugees. I've known Goof and his gang for a long time. He asked my assistance, and we made a deal. I help you, you help me. But Goof hasn't held up his end of the bargain. Therefore, I owe him nothing.
What did Goof promise you?
There's a certain document currently in the possession of Sylvain, the Elder, of the Lumberjacks village downriver. All I need doing is for someone to persuade Sylvain to give it up. Then I'll provide not only a ton of food for Goof and his refugees, but add a little spice in the form of some gold as well. Unfortunately, it seems folks these days don't appreciate the trust I place in them. Maybe someone else could handle it. What do you reckon?
Where is my weapon?
Vincent is late.
I can't wait.
Where do we go next? Watch those elbows.
Damned if I know.
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlene?
Ha! I thought Bonnie was gonna cut her open. How long has she been trying to get out? A year now? 2?
If you count her service to good end.
I'd have climbed down there and slit their throats long ago. We've been told to observe.
What happened to the kid?
Look, man, don't patronize me. I can do this. I just need to collect myself first and... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a loser. A nothing. A slug.
What's this you're cooking? With a dash of self-accusation and a spoonful of despair?
Damn it. I was planning to marry her and settle down, build a cozy house, have some kids, but that misbegotten goat Cleaver kidnapped my love, Marlena. He says I'm a service gang 3 more years before he'll allow me to retire.
That's a tough break. How do you intend to rescue your betrothed?
I've been thinking on the problem through the night. Maybe I'll sit down in this very puddle to think more clearly.
Cleaver is a daring fellow. I think you'd best have a palaver rather than try and teach him a lesson.
But you don't know Cleaver. If I defy him, he'll gut me on the spot and feed me to the pigs. Yes, I'm gonna sit here and think on this a while longer.
Have you come for Marlena? Really? When I saw her tied up, let's just say it made me keenly aware of my own captivity.
You look free as a magpie to me.
Ugh, you're as simple as Cleaver. He also thinks imprisoning someone is simply a matter of tying them up. Well, 2 simpletons are bound to see eye to eye. But remember, Marlena isn't the only one who's lost her freedom.
Do you have anything else to say other than hurling insults?
If I regain my freedom, I'll be able to do many things. For you, for me, for Marlena too. But I cannot succeed alone. I must deliver Bludgeon's rendezvous invitation. Everything has been prepared at the Bandit Sanctuary. Food, beverages, a warm velvety blanket. I warned everyone to stay away. But delivering the invitation to the only one I hold in awe and dread, I fear that is beyond me.
Now I understand you even less. Who is it that frightens you so?
Madame de Guienne. She has a salon in Marcella. Do you know it?
All right. Why are you so frightened of de Guienne?
Do you know her? Her salon for aristocrats. The dirty secrets concealed in its luxuries would make you choke to hear them. I myself saw too much. So de Guienne sent me into Bludgeon's service. Just handed me over, as if loaning him a shovel or a fry pan. And now it seems Cleaver is planning to put Marlena in the service of that serpent.
Those salon loungers in the capital were never the most respectable crowd. But I wonder what those layabouts have to do with a cutthroat like Cleaver.
Trust me, there's worse than that. With her connections, de Guienne can get away with anything. But this wagging tongue of mine has already said too much. This line of talk is much too dangerous for me and my loved ones.
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlene?
Whoa, now there's a market.
Cleaver, right? You and I need to talk.
You're a brave one to come traipsing in here. What do you want?
Let the girl go at once, or the trouble you're looking for will find you.
Trouble, huh? How so?
That's just the kind of person I am. Wherever I go, trouble's not far behind.
Ha! I see you mean business, not like that milksop brand. Come then, show me what you're made of. Why do you shrink away? Come to me and we'll settle this.
I thought I would rejoice in regaining my freedom, but all I feel is a deep sadness.
And why is that? Don't tell me you've fallen in love with that oaf Cleaver.
How rude, I'm no common slattern to love the likes of him, but I was expecting my betrothed to rescue me, not some hireling. Yet instead of Brand, Brand says, you.
Disillusioned with your betrothed, are you?
I can't abide the sight of that coward, and I don't want his ring anymore. Here, you can have it. Perhaps you can put it to use.
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlena?
You want a piece of this?
Who showed those archaeologists the way? Was it Mellar?
Who else? They refused to give us jobs.
Help me!
Huh?
I'm tired of standing here in the blazing sun.
I've taken on worse.
I'm here.
Why are you crying, old man?
I was robbed. They came from across the river. Those, what are they called? Lumberjacks, that's it. They stole my Daisy, my treasure, my only friend.
Is Daisy your daughter?
Daisy's my pig. She's a rare dappled swine. The only one of her kind in 3 days' ride.
Do you know which woodcutter kidnapped Daisy?
The fiend's name is Roachus. I'd seen him skulking around near my house this past week or so. He must have been spying on us. He's the thief. I'll pay in gold. Just bring my Daisy back to me.
I regret now how I treated you and Bran. I was far too rash. All I think about now is how to get him back.
Ulagi, take me. What would you want with that pudding of a man?
I want to be a married woman and earn my father's respect. The respect of others. Who else would take me as a wife now? But Brand is so weak-minded. I've been thinking and thinking why Cleaver would want him. It turns out Brand is almost a mage.
What, that drunkard?
Imagine it. The bandit said he could predict the future or some such. It's like a spirit takes over his body and gives him all kinds of hints. It gives me chills just thinking about it. Brand told me himself, but I thought he was talking nonsense. He said he had friends among the mages at the tower.
Well, he doesn't fit the part at all.
Perhaps. And yet, if only it were possible to capture a brave spirit and use it to imbue Brand. He'd make such a good man. I'm sure of it. He mentioned an old mage friend of his, Aliquis. Mages know all about spirits and things.
Of course, anyone could knock the farm, man.
Are you Sylvain? Bludgeon sent me to fetch a document from you.
Why do you care? What are you, tax collector, investigator, or just Bludgeon's little houseboy?
My title is not important. I need that document.
I can see you're not gonna back down. Fine. I'll try to explain. Bludgeon once got into a quarrel with a plowman. He wanted to seize the farmer's land for himself. Over there in the upper fields. He tried to force his way in at first, but Prim intervened. The guard showed up in person and threw those bloodsuckers out.
What about the paper?
We're getting to that. Bludgeon kidnapped the farmer and forced him to sign over the land. He even found a corrupt louse of a lawman to seal the deal. But the plowman had his wits about him. At the last moment, he ripped the title from old Bludgy's hand and jumped into this river here. He had 4 arrows in his back when we found him. He was past help by then. But we took the land title and hid it. Bludgeon's not getting that title. Rather than chasing lost land deeds, he should look to controlling his appetites.
Let's talk, then.
Did Sylvain send you? I could see in your eyes that you're after that document.
Is that so?
I overheard your conversation with the head man. He's telling the truth. There's no way you could find it yourself, but I might be able to assist you in this business. For a modest fee, just ask.
Here, take your money. Now let's hear it.
Well, this document was very important to some big people, and they wouldn't leave us be. We tried to get rid of it, but we couldn't burn it, tear it, or even smudge it with a dirty fingerprint. It's enchanted for safety. Then Sylvain came up with a brilliant idea. Take a pig, tie the deed to it, and give it to the trolls.
There are trolls here?
The trolls came to the area just a couple days ago. They have a camp beyond the river, in the middle of an excavation site or something. They dug it up anyway. One night, Sylvain took a pig and left it there. I happened to be awake at the time. I saw him sneak off like a thief and then come back soaked. The pig's owner, Roachus, knows nothing about it. He just bought the animal, and whoosh, it's gone. It's totally unfair to my mind.
I agree.
So if you want the deed, look for it in that camp across the river. That's the whole story.
And who showed those archaeologists the way? Was it Mellar? Who else?
It's suspiciously quiet here, and too barren. The only good troll is a dead troll. That Sylvain knows something about hiding a piece of paper. Are you Roachus? Mellar claims you stole his prized dappled swine.
Me steal a pig? Ridiculous. He sold me that swine himself. And now he's accusing me of theft? The old man's losing his gourd. You tell him from me to go kiss a dragon's rear. I stole nothing.
Leaving the old man's mental health out of it, where am I going to find his pig?
How would I know? Ulagi is that pig's keeper now. It ran away. Creator knows where it's roaming. It's not anywhere around the village, though, so... It must have crossed the river over there. We villagers stick close to home. Bludgeon's brutes are all over the place. They'd cut a man's throat for sneezing, and I have hay fever.
I found your pig, old man. Take it.
Just when I had lost all hope, there is still truth in this world. Creator bless us all. What did I promise you? I can't remember, of course. Like water through a colander, it all leaks away.
You promised me gold.
Where would I get any gold? All right, then. If I come across any gold, it's all yours. An old man like me has no use for it anyway.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf.
What does that mean, Beef? Do you know who he is?
Mercia handing out bread?
I believe this is the Book of Miner's Tales you lost. It fell under a wheel on the road.
Eliu's blessings, yes. This is it. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to repay you.
You can thank me later, if the opportunity arises.
I will tell my children of your kindness one day. If I ever have them.
Did you see Mercia handing
I'm
out
so
bread?
hungry. Do you know who he is?
He adopted my father.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat.
Where do we go next?
Damned if I know.
Bludgeon, old boy. I've got that document you wanted.
Impressive. You clearly know your business.
I also found out what sort of a document this is. I know what you're up to.
Figured it out, eh? Well, good for you. If you want gold for your trouble, you'll have it. Bludgeon is a man of his word. Never fear.
What about Goof and the refugees? How are they supposed to eat?
Easy. I'll send my men to the refugee camp to take care of their trifling little troubles. Goof will get everything he needs. Come join me up here. Give me the deed and I'll tell you what I need the land for. I think you'll be interested in the details. Anyway, it's not like you have any other options. This is my lair, and you're not walking out of here without my say-so.
Where is my weapon?
You made the right choice. This land should be in the hands of someone who knows its true value.
What value?
You didn't go to all that trouble for a few vegetable patches and pine trees.
Long ago, this was the borderland between Marcella and the southern Jukes. So they built a fortress to defend Marcella from the south. It had an entrance to the catacombs. If worst came to worst, the garrison could make a run straight for Marcella.
So you want something from the catacombs?
Right you are. It holds a cache of weapons and armor and handy magical doodads. It might even contain some of Archmage Nevedes' own creations. Thankfully, everyone forgot about it after the War of Maximus. Centuries have passed, and now these riches have no owner but the man who claims them. With this document, I'm the owner of the land where the entrance to the catacombs can be found. That means everything inside them is now mine by law.
Impressive. Would you mind if I take a quick look inside?
No problem at all. Stop by Goof's place on your way and give him my best regards. He may be a rascal, but I'm glad he sent you to me.
Where do we go next?
You want a piece of this?
Have you seen the way Bonnie looks at Marlene?
Watch those elbows.
I thought Bonnie was a...
Bonnie looks at Marlena.
Ha! I thought Bonnie was gonna cut her open.
Watch those elbows.
Satisfied now? Yes, I am.
What are you coughing about, Gramps? Goof has provided for you.
Ingrates!
Come on.
Goof, please talk to him. The people are hungry.
This is my camp, and no one here is hungry. Got it?
Hey, you! Have you eaten the bread?
Bludgeon sends his best.
Thank you. Hey, and thanks for your help. We got enough food to last us a good long while.
Bludgeon's men are still hanging around the camp, I see. I don't think Mercia is going to care for that.
Don't fret your linens about that. Mercia has no say in anything anymore. I'm in charge now. We combed through our belongings and found something valuable. I'm sure it's worth quite a pile. The sick have been thrown out. The women and brats, too. Now we'll live like kings. The fewer to feed, the better the cheer. Brigands! In our camp! Is this your doing?
Set aside your righteousness for a moment. The food supply problem has been solved.
Do you understand that you've put us in debt to a brigand leader? We, the best craftsmen in Nostria. What next? Will he send these hapless refugees to ambush travelers? Or arm them with axes and force them to attack merchants?
Beat starving to death.
Perhaps. But for now, I must leave the camp. These people were relying on my help. What did I get them into? Oh, I should have left earlier. Who knows? Maybe I could have saved her.
Norman? Norman! What happened at the mage factory?
What difference does it make now? I should have told you immediately. Then maybe our souls wouldn't be in hock to these brigands. I will warn you first. I haven't a clue what happened there. But I know who you should look for. Listen. The guards often let outsiders in for a fee. There were visitors that night, too. Ulagi knows what they were doing there, but it seems there was some kind of explosion. The way to the main gate was blocked. We were attacked by, I don't know, monsters. I never saw anything like them before. It was a massacre. Fortunately, I knew where to run. I managed to save myself and the others.
Is that all?
Find Titus, a centurion from the mage factory. I'm sure that blackguard knows far more than I do. I know not who he answers to, nor who paid him. But when everyone bolted for the gates, neither Titus nor his guards were there. He left everyone behind to be torn apart. He knew what was going to happen, and fled. It's his fault.
Don't you think this Titus fellow was simply afraid? You too ran without looking back.
Yes, I ran. While my wife stayed there in the magic shop. She was on the night shift, you see, while I slept. I left her. Not a day, not an hour has passed that I do not think about her. But while we wandered, all these people needed my help. I couldn't leave them either. But now I'm going back to find her. And no quarantine will keep me away. Mark my words.
At least they won't be hungry. That's what matters.
realize what you've done.
What do you mean?
Get the aqueduct running this instant.
Oh, I...
I told him Eugene's a scaredy cat. So the scumbag ran away.
The kid missed the best part.
One way or another, you've got the Marcellan Aqueduct flowing again. You've saved our fair city. On behalf of the magistrate, I thank you and your men. Your service to the crown deserves a reward.
Act now. Simple as that.
We must summon.
mercy. Have mercy.
Shh. Don't make a sound, or we'll cut you up.
What did I ever do to you? I'm just a guard.
Remember the bunch of fugitives you didn't let into the city last month? The ones who were dying of starvation, begging you, asking for work?
They were plague-ridden.
We were not plague-ridden, you imbecile. If that was true, we'd be dead by now.
That was you.
We're now under Bludgeon's protection, but we haven't forgotten you, Weasel. Take your helmet off. We'll cover you in tar and chicken feathers.
Please, show some mercy.
Should have thought about that earlier, when you were tormenting the weak trolls under.
Are you satisfied now?
Hey, you! Have you eaten the bread? Turn out your pockets.
Oh. But I didn't eat the bread. I ate the cheese.
The only free cheese is in mousetraps. Are you a mouse or what?
Go away. Go away. Death awaits you in the laboratory.
First time I've seen a Spectre playing guard dog. Who might you be?
My name is Logras. For centuries I have awaited a living human. Someone with the courage to speak to me.
Are you guarding the entrance?
Chasing away unwanted visitors. Carrying out the Archmage's will. But you didn't run away. You're talking to me. Now you are a guest. Welcome. I will be your guide. Don't be shy, dear visitor. The enchanted bridge is controlled by the statues. You can do it.
So... Well, even I did it.
You are standing within the very laboratory where King Maximus's greatest mages once labored.
A laboratory? What was the nature of their research?
A myriad of subjects. The secrets of the world, the boundaries between the living and the unliving, the arcana of matter and logoi. First and foremost, though, they studied those incredible creatures called chimeras.
The chimeras still about? I think I've heard about those beasts.
No. The most dangerous specimens are locked in the astral plane. They cannot escape. I could make you a scroll to summon the beasts from the astral plane, but first you'll have to help me.
The details?
The Archmage stole my heart. He took my freedom from me, as well as my emotions. I've been tied to these catacombs ever since. Living or dead, I cannot leave them. Find the Archmage's bedchambers. The stairs leading to them are to the right behind this door.
Useful thing. Looks like it. useful thing. It's clear. But what next?
Here's the door to the Archmage's bedchambers. The Archmage sealed it with a runic lock. I can't tell you how to open it, but there should be a sign nearby with a hint.
Well, even I did it.
A real garden. That's unexpected.
Not here.
Of course Nevedes isn't here. Did you expect him to be sitting around waiting for you?
The heart's not here. My heart is not here. I would feel sorrow now were I capable, but I cannot. At least I'm thinking clearly. The heart was taken to the garden, obviously.
What makes you think that?
There's no other place to hide it nearby. The garden is locked with a key held by the head administrator. Find the key. It will be somewhere in the library.
I found a key while exploring the dungeons.
This is the key. To the garden. Hurry.
Logress said there hasn't been anyone here in a long time. So where did these guys come from? You said I was the first living person to set foot in here in centuries, but there are human remains here. Fresh remains.
Those ones, yes. They didn't help me, you see. They were only interested in treasure. I didn't stop them. It was the treasure that doomed them.
Some kind of magic ice? The chicken is quite fresh. These ones did not die well.
Not here either.
Again?
This is bad. This is very bad.
What happened?
It's in astral storage. There's no other place it could be. And that's where one finds.
That's where the chimeras are. Naturally.
Yes, chimeras. At least one. You'll have to fight it.
Why do I keep getting dragged into these situations?
I recall the mages of old distracted them with a favorite food. There used to be ingredients for that dish in the laboratory. You have two options. Kill the chimera outright, or pacify it. Let me know when you're ready. I'll open a portal to the storage.